Taking a closer look at the Panasonic and Arvin radios. Good evening, YouTube. It's about 7:15 now in the evening on Wednesday. I told you I wasn't going to work on these, but the curiosity got the better of me. I've got the screws out that holds the board in, but there are other screws in this that hold it in, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. I don't know how well you can see in there, but on these two shafts here are nuts, and there is no way of getting in there. I've tried nut drivers, and I think maybe I'll the only thing I can think of is a deep well socket, and I don't know how well those are even going to work, so I may try to go out to the garage and get mine and see. It looks like they're 1/2 inch thereabouts. But anyway, and I'm really not sure that's even going to work. I mean, that's going to have to come off before you can even think about taking the board off. But it looks to me like, if you look over here, the down here on this string, that's coming right off of the plastic on the case. Now, unless that the wheel just comes off of the shaft of that some way, I don't really see how you can get that out. Like I said, there may be a way, but I'm not seeing it, unless this one down here has something to do with it. I don't know. It doesn't look like it though. It looks like that's just molded into the case there where that pulley's on, and that's just going to be it on that one. There's a screw in the top too, but I don't know exactly what that holds in. So, you know, like I say, it's just is what it is, as they say. But it's going to have to come out there before I can clean that. I don't think there's any way getting in there to clean it. There might be down there at the bottom, I don't know. Be able to get in there and clean that switch, or not switch, but the volume pot. And that would be the only way. Now there's a place right there, I don't know, maybe that can get in there. I don't know. We may have to try that first and see if that will get us anywhere. I got some deoxit with a little straw on it. I think we can do that, or I can even take my little straw in my bottle of alcohol and go that route. So I may give that a shot, see if that does anything, and that saves us a lot of trouble trying to get this thing out. Other than that, like I say, this thing seems to work. It's got some caps that probably should be changed, but you know, if it's going to be one of them hard things to get out, I don't know that I'm even going to do it. Like I say, if it's working, you know, why mess with it? So let me see if I can get some of that in there, or that alcohol, and we'll go from there. All right, back with you once more.
Around by their partners.
That seems to have
the most
fixed the scratchy pot.
If you're just joining us, Volberding and Nurse Cliff Morrison, they're both featured in the new documentary Fight.
Or in your purse, hiding in the one pocket you won't check. You even have antacids on your night. Sure, very hard to see in the dark. One back like this. And I take a choice and I jump right up on her.
At least one car. Daytona was 3 cars in the top 3.
Yeah.
Joe Gibbs Racing has had a car placed in the top 3 in 15 of 16 weeks.
This past week, it was 3 in the top 5.
Name was Daniel. Another Daniel. That's my son's name. So they came out here.
Right here.
That's true.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah,
I'm sure David Wilson, who was giving the...
Oh, they're always cold.
Yes, I have 2 guests. My guests are Dr. Paul Volberding.
Trinity at 1-800-79.
It was my life dream to be a dentist and to give my patients the best experience with accomplish that. So
All right, well, that seems to be working very well.
See me at White River Dental, located on Merchant Mile, in front of Menards in Columbus.
And I'm happy with the results of that.
Hey, do you enjoy unique,
So what I'm going to do is put it back together and take a look at the other one real quick just to see a cursory look, and I'm going to get involved in it. That's what I was doing with this. Just wanted to look, see if there was any simple way of getting it apart. So that's that. Let's take this off and put it back together, and we'll set the other one up. Alright, there's what the Arvin looks like inside. Very dusty. That's neither here nor there, as they say. This piece here, which is the screw standoff, what you're going to call it, goes right here. It came off. That will have to be attached, reattached, I should say. Anyway, it goes right like that. That will have to be re-glued, epoxied, whatever you're going to call it. So that was going to be put on there. Easy enough to do, I think. Goes just like that. So that will be that. Not sure what else. I think I'm going to try to just find out where the power comes in. It shouldn't be a hard thing to discover. You can see down here, the line cord comes in right here. Goes through here and goes to this looks like I can't tell, there's a cap there. There's a line, it comes around the back, goes to this resistor, and probably goes down through here. Now I don't know if the clock itself is the same. You can see here's the wires from the clock that puts voltage on the clock, I do believe, and they are both browned. One goes to that side of that, which is would be the live line, I think, voltage, and the other side goes down to the other line. So there's just a little bit of a, I guess those are filter chokes or something, resistors or whatever they are. Just a little bit of it. There's not too much there, but they are pretty much direct connection to here and here. So I think what we need to do is find what kind of voltage we're getting there. I think we're getting the voltage. Because obviously, I don't know what I was thinking before, but the alarm went off, the buzzer I should say, and I think being as that went off, there's got to be some kind of electric getting to it. I'm going to put something underneath. So I can get that up off there, in case there's any loose metal shavings, which usually is the case. Like I say, I want to do that, and then we'll plug it in, see what kind of voltage we have right here, and go from there. Here's our switch right here. You know, I didn't, that wasn't the one I used. That's a sleep switch there, I think. I don't know where the other one's at. It should be in the bottom, I think. Pretty darn sure, unless it runs something else. I think it does. See, it's a little bit slow to react, so that may be the problem with it. It does something here. Well, there's a contact there. So anyway, let's just go ahead and see what we get for AC voltage. 200. Sit there, and we'll plug it across here. See if we get our voltage here. We should. Just like I said, we were getting what do you call it there? Yep, there's our 115 volts. Okay, so that's that is getting there. Now, I don't think it's getting down to the radio, though. However, it's set up to do, I would think that it's probably giving us a problem at that point. Let's go ahead and plug this in. And switch the switch a little bit. That right there might be the whole problem. I don't know. This part of the switch. So I think, just wondering if we couldn't feed the radio directly and see what we have. We have a mess in there. I know that's dirty as all get out. I think there's a light bulb over here. I think it's probably burned out. I didn't see it come on. I think it's all comes down to that switch. I really do. Now obviously the motor's getting, because this is the motor, and I think it's getting its voltage because 115 volts is what it's saying. So that's what we're giving it. Giving her the beans, as Erico says. Anywho. That's that. Let me take a couple more looks at some other stuff, and I'll bring you back. I'm back with you once again. Now, I did investigate this switch and how it's controlled, which is that front knob on the clock. And when it's in the on position, the voltage goes from here and gets through to this side. So that means this wire here runs down to the radio chassis in the back side over there. So that means the you know, I just figured out I was turning the wrong thing up, but I don't think it matters anyway. Like I said, it's it goes to that back side, so that's as far as I can trace it there. I'll probably need to get the well, the chassis out the rest of the way. So I'm going to plug that in one more time and turn this other knob. See if that has any effect on it. Oh yeah, I hear it. I just barely hear it, but I hear it. I have a station right now. Barely can't hear it. I think you can hear it. So that does work. Not much volume to it. I think that's AM, but I can't tell for sure. Alright, well there you go. It does work. It's just really low volume. So we're going to have to trace that out, obviously, and see what the problem is. That's something for another time and place, but we at least know it works, and that's probably the best thing. So it's not going to be a huge thing to fix. So, alright, well, I didn't mean to do this a long time, and just wanted to make a real quick video, just a closer look video type thing. For these radios, and again, they will be brought together later on, and we will figure out what we can do with them. So that'll be a good job for the signal tracer. So that's a good thing, I think, anyway. So, but yeah. By the way, this is the back to the Sony again. I don't know exactly what happened. I think it was just the battery was dead. So I'm gonna have to watch when I charge this up to make sure it's actually charged. Seems like when you use the computer, it doesn't charge as well as it does with a regular charger. So, good morning, YouTube. It's a little after 11 o'clock in the morning on this Thursday. As you can see, I have the Arvin part here. Now, this is not going to be a fix-it video. This is just I wanted to show you on the end of this video that I've been making that I do have it apart, and like I said, it's working, but it's not working great. It's very low volume. What I plan to do is I have found the schematic for this. I'm going to put up a picture of that, as you can see here, and the model number is 47R38, and like I said, it's a you know, that way I know I've got it, and when I get back to this, I will be able to troubleshoot it out. But I wanted to get it away from the cabinet itself a little bit, so I could we can get in there, and I may put it back. I don't know. It just depends on how well I can get to the bottom of this. If I can get to the bottom all right, then to do the tracing, I don't think we'll need to leave it out like this, but we'll see. Probably we'll take this wire here off. This is our main coming in, and I will attach it to this wire up here. I don't know how much you're seeing that. But anyway, take this wire off here and attach it to here. That will give us the radio, and not here. Yeah, take it off of here, and in other words, we'll bypass this part here and the switch, and just attach it to that, and take them off the switches and stuff, so I can move the case out of the way. We'll get into that. Like I said, I didn't really mean to get into a big whole thing of this. I mainly wanted to get the find out if I could the symptom or what the problem was, and low audio is the problem. I have found the schematic, and that's good. And for now, we're going to put it back together and get it off the bench and get the bench cleaned up. Yes, I'm going to do that this time. And and you may not hear from me for a couple days. I think I may be going to visit my mother tomorrow, and and I want to get this stuff done so I can get out of here and not be worried about all this mess here. But anyway, I want to do that, and like I say, we'll be back when we get back. So you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you.